Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Xfinity. Call 1-800-XFINITY today for a great offer. Ram Trucks, hurry in for a great deal on a Ram truck at the Ram Big Finish event. And by Meijer. Shop Meijer and save on everything for your holiday, from meals and parties to gifts and decor.
Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you from Joe Louis Arena as the Wings look to snap this 5-game winless skid. Anaheim on their third 5-game win streak of the season. Our goalies are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, and for Anaheim, Jonas Hiller has won his past 4 starts. Starting for the 11th time the past 13 games. Career game number 299 tonight. And another Jonas Gustafsson back in goal. Just 2 regulation losses on the season. He's won both his career starts against the Ducks. Tom Cowell and Kyle Raymond are the referees. The Ducks saying this morning they still haven't forgotten Game 7 and the series loss. After the season they had another second seed going down at the hands of 7th-seeded Detroit in the opening round last May. Daniel Alfredsson, Thomas Jurko, Pavel Datsyuk start up front for Detroit with Eriksson and Kronwall. As the Ducks, Francois Beauchemin is back to get it. Penner, Getzlaf, and Perry up front for Anaheim. As Pavel Datsyuk couldn't catch up to that puck as it rims around the near side, Jurko throws that big 6'2" frame into his check as Alfredsson's back to get it for Jonathan Eriksson, and the Red Wings regroup, and our first changes of this game are upon us a half-minute in. Eriksson sees that, and he'll wheel back with the puck. The Red Wings without Justin Abdelkader, Gustav Nyquist, and Johan Franzen. Franzen, the latest, undergoing concussion protocol now, and Nyquist out with a groin injury, which he said was aggravated last game, but hopefully not too long for any of those 3. As Jonas Hiller stopped it in back of the goal, Farmington Hills native Cam Fowler, number 4 on the Ducks defense, threw it around. He and Lovejoy have been terrific on the back end, number 6 and 4 for Anaheim. Cleary knocked it out of the air, backhanded one in front of the goal. Patrick Eaves picking it up, goes back to the line here to Quince. Threw it in back of the net. Glendening gets checked there by Fowler. Picked up by Cleary, back to Glendening. Near side it goes, half wall. Quincy tipped in front of the goal by Cleary. As Fowler couldn't get it. Cleary on it again, threw it off the back of the goal and picked up there by Koivu, who got checked. Good pressure by this Detroit unit. Glendening off on a change, and on comes Joachim Anderson. As the Ducks under control now, will just throw one the length of the ice, and this will be icing. They'll be unable to change, and the Red Wings will, and a nice hand from this crowd here as the Red Wings look to get going here. And in this building, Detroit has won 8 of the last 9, Mick, against the Ducks, hoping that trend will continue.
Well, yeah, you'd like to think so, but if somebody's looking at this game and looking at the lineups, including the Anaheim Ducks, one thing that Detroit might have going for them tonight is the Ducks look at it and go, wow, we're going to beat these guys, no problem. They got 8 regulars out of the lineup, 4 centermen, your number 1 goaltender, and on, maybe your best defenseman into Kaiser. So if they take them too lightly, it could be trouble for Anaheim, but over the years, the Red Wings have done a nice job here against the Ducks at the Joe. 3.8 goals. They've scored 5 goals, Detroit has, in the last 5 games. So that is a real bugaboo for them, trying to find the back of the net.
Puck came back to the line and tipped ahead by the Ducks. 22, Matthew Perreault. Comes Bolesky in on net. Saved by Gustafsson, stopping Bolesky. Off to the near side for Joachim Anderson. Out there along with Samuelsson and Tatar as they'll dump it in, and now the Red Wings unit will change. As the Ducks at center, Allen goes back for Sami Vatanen. Long shot in, picked up off the backboards by Quincy, who sends Drew Miller on the way. Miller up with Riley Sheahan, number 15 in his 3rd National Hockey League game, his first this season. Called up for Gustav Nyquist. Back in for Sheahan, and in part because of the Franzen head injury. Sheahan's got it behind the goal to Miller. Bertuzzi out there with him. Comes back to the line to Brendan Smith. For Sheahan.
He wanted it back.
Sheahan had 14 points in Grand Rapids. He wears number 19 with the Griffins. He won't be wearing that here. The puck comes back to the Red Wing line.
Really?
You think? Here goes Miller. Good feet in. Jurko scores! He's got his first NHL goal!
Oh, yeah. Look at the animation after the goal. He'll be getting that from the Anaheim bench. Nice move with the net. We know that he had really good hands, and he showed us right there. The bank pass to Miller, who taps it up to Yurko. Right up the middle. And he's in behind the Anaheim defense. I think they were making a change. They got caught. And a nice move by the kid. Look at the animation. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Way to go, Yurko. You can't beat the smile, kid.
And Pavel Datsyuk took the puck to the bench for Thomas Yurko, and it's a souvenir and a goal he'll never forget. So the Red Wings in a 1-0 lead, and they've had that more often than not of late. Now, yes, they were shut out against Tampa Bay 3-0, but even the losses previous, they scored first. Off the backboards, tie game!
Jeez.
Just that quickly.
Boy.
And welcome back to the lineup, number 33, Jacob Silfverberg, who missed 24 games with a broken hand. He was the guy acquired for Bobby Ryan from Ottawa, back in the lineup tonight, and he scores the tying goal.
No coverage. No coverage. Side of the net. Nick Kronwall turned around too late. He was there. Came up just a hard pool table hop off the backboards right onto the stick of Silfverberg. And he was unmolested to knock it into the open net to the left of Gustafsson. Boy.
Just his 12th game of the season. He scored 4 goals his first 4 games this year with Anaheim, and then broke his hand, ironically enough, at Ottawa, from where he was traded. So very quickly, the Ducks come back to get the equalizer. And this will be icing against Detroit.
Hard to believe you don't cover a guy this well in front. I wonder if Kronwall was looking to block the shot from the point as Anaheim came in the zone. No, I don't think so. He just got poor position on him, and he spun to the outside and took it off the backboard. So, look, far too easy, I'm sure, for the coaching staff to give up a goal like that. Especially when you haven't scored but on average 1 a game for the last 5 games, and you're hitting goalposts and tape and sticks and knobs of everything and laces and won't go in, having goals called back. They've had 2 of those that should have counted. It's all going the other way for Detroit right now.
Harry with a shot that Gustafsson stopped. Datsuk's got it. And Anaheim comes into this game with points in 8 straight. 6-0-2, the longest active streak in the NHL. And a 5-game winning streak, which the Ducks have allowed 2 goals against or fewer in each of them. But the Red Wings have won tonight, but just 25 seconds later, Anaheim tied it. Here's Datsuk. Back for Quincy. Down low, tip in on goal by Tatar that Hiller was able to save. Anaheim coming back in with speed, and a shot from Matthew Perreault was stopped by Gustafsson. Perreault, his second game back after missing 4 due to injury. He wears number 22. Datsuk carries ahead. Backhanded in for Tatar. In there against Campus Lindholm, number 47. On the Anaheim defense, many of the Ducks will tell you he's been their best defenseman this year. That pass for Teemu Selanne was too far.
Geez.
Collided there with Gustafsson.
Well, Selanne's reputation helped him there.
But you know the Finns don't like the Swedes, so, you know.
We know that.
Yeah. In front, they score that quickly. And this time it's Nick Bonino. He's got 5 goals now the past 13 games, and it's 2-1.
I know the goaltender's out of the net here, but you still can't run over them like Selanne did. The only question, he wasn't shoved in. That should have been a penalty call right there. And then to make matters worse, Detroit does not cover the front of the net again. Free bodies. Look at this. I mean, nothing you can do for your goaltender. That's very bad coverage. Bang, bang play. 2-1, just like that, Anaheim. But Teemu Selanne should be in the penalty box right now. Red Wings going to a power play with a 1-1 game. That's a missed call by the referee.
So the Ducks back in again, and a shot this time. Gustafsson stopped that. Off the Vatanen opportunity. Sheahan ran into his check. Riley Sheahan couldn't pick it up at center. It's tipped back in by Kyle Palmieri. got taken to the boards by Lashoff. Then Sheahan was able to find the puck. Sheahan with good size at 6'2", nearly 215 pounds. Bertuzzi and Miller with him. Kindle slows it down. Bertuzzi goes off on a change. Cleary comes on for him as Sheahan tipped it in. Back to get it goes Sami Vatanen. Pass up the wing. Saku Koivu. Koivu goes wide left with it. Till got a shot. Gustafsson looked behind him, but he couldn't find it. But good play. Glendening coming back. Perfect position. Cleary able to move one for Eriksson. In it goes. Glendening after it along with Andrew Cogliano. Cogliano, number 7 for the Ducks, gave one back to Francois Beauchemin. Like Detroit, Anaheim has had plenty players miss games this year due to injury. Beauchemin missed 10. Getzlaf has missed 3, and many more along there. They struggled for a bit, did Anaheim. Mid-November went 5 without a win after winning 8 of 9. So they've been very consistent, the Ducks, this year, except for the one spot where they had a lot of injuries to contend with. But the Red Wings know all too well about that. Ben Lovejoy for Corey Perry through the middle. Dustin Penner went after the puck. Grabbed there by Quincy. A long stretch pass knocked down. Alfredsson carried on. Following up in the play, Yurko for Alfredsson. Just couldn't pick it up. Penner's got it. Number 17 dropped 17 pounds after coming into camp. Not in the best of shape. That's never been his greatest virtue. But Penner's lost a lot of weight and skating better than he ever has. Big reason why that line with Getzlaf, who's got it now, and Perry, has 99 points on the season. They've been terrific. Perry's got it. Goes back to the line with it. Allen a shot, had it blocked. Alfredsson takes a peek, and it's a 2-on-1. But Tatar couldn't pick it up cleanly, and Perry got it back to center. Fired in, and Hiller will corral that puck back of the goal. Left it there for Vatanen. Solani in his own zone scored Sunday night in the win over Edmonton, the Ducks' latest among their 5 straight. Solani's first goal in 20 games as the Ducks go offside there. So the Flying Finn's been in a bad slump, but still going at 43.
Just do what you do. I'm not asking you to do anything different than you normally do. Just play the way you play hard. And that, as a group, let's stick together, let's execute. And when something goes wrong, which happens every game, don't sag, just keep playing.
Mick, he looks injured like his players.
Yeah, he does.
Our Red Wing Player Fact is brought to you by Motor City Casino Hotel. The young guys in the game tonight.
Yeah, that's...
It's different.
Not a lot of institutional memory there.
No.
Holy mackerel. But you know what? Other teams have to do it, and they have to find a way through it. So all I know is the Red Wings have to find a way to scratch out even a point here or there to try to keep the lead they've got on a possible playoff position. And when you're a wild card team like Detroit is now, you look at the 9th team, which is Ottawa. They won last night in overtime. And they've got a 5-point bulge on them. And it's starting to shrink.
Yeah.
You got to try to tread water until you can get healthy, whatever that takes.
Exactly right. Treading water for sure. And the more people I speak with, just around the National Hockey League say, what's the problem here at Joe Louis Arena? And it's tough to figure, although, a lot of that goes to the shootout losses that Detroit has had, and 0 for 6 this year in that regard, and some on the road too. But it has been different. Injuries, though, a big part of it, and it's not holding leads that they've had after 2 periods into the third, as we talked about last game as well.
Right. It's not. Well, it's not. I don't think it's a conditioning thing.
No.
They do too much work off the ice. It's not that. But yeah, they'd like to know what it is for sure.
Exactly.
But
tough to pinpoint.
I think, the issue, we'll get back to it.
Here's Cleary with a shot and a save and a rebound. As Glendening went after that. As the Ducks carry through center ice. Return feed for Daniel Winnick, picked up here by Eves. Eves forced back by Bonino. Nick Bonino with the go-ahead goal from Winnick and Solani. 1:49 after the first Anaheim goal, which came 25 seconds after Yurko's first NHL goal. Yurko going to look for that puck. Bumping into Allen, who's 6'5". Alfredson. Datsuk tried to get open. Puck was too far. Cogliano, former Michigan Wolverine from 05 to 07. And a point per game in his collegiate career.
That shouldn't be ice. The guy turned his back on the puck. This is another bad call by these guys. And they'll hear about it too. Lovejoy turned his back on the play, and the linesman should have recognized that, because it would have been an easy touch for him. But not to be. Ken, to your point about the home games, played 19 home games coming into tonight. The Red Wings have scored 41 goals, basically 2 per game. It's really hard to win when you're only scoring 2 goals per game, no matter where you play.
Right, because they've allowed 57 at home, and that's the third fewest among that many games playing at home, so that's not bad.
So it's the goal scoring. Like the last 3 games, they've limited 3 teams, Tampa Bay, and Pittsburgh, to basically 12 scoring chances against for Detroit. That's pretty good defensively. Bottom line is they make a mistake, the puck ends up in their net, like tonight already, and they're having all kinds of problems finding the back of the other net. Put those 2 together, and that's why you don't get many points.
Datsuk in his 5th game back after missing 7 with a concussion, dumped it in and goes to the bench for a change. On for him is Joachim Anderson. Drew Miller goes up after it. The Ducks dump at the center ice, picked up there by Eriksson. Getzlaf, Perry, and Penner. The top line for the Ducks on that tremendous roll. Anderson with a shot into the glove of Hiller. And he'll hold on for a face-off. 8:32 to go, first period. Anaheim by 1 on Fox Sports Detroit. From the face-off, Red Wings control. Kronwall to Zetterberg. Scores! Game over! The 7th-seeded Red Wings with a 7-game upset. That was nice you and I get into work 7 games.
Not very often, has it?
The blast. And again, it's that 2-7 seed, right? This will be icing against Anaheim. We always talk about, more often than not, in the opening round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, where there's an upset, it's 7 versus 2, and Detroit. Mike Babcock, the former Ducks coach, did it last.
And it makes no sense. No, you think 1-8 would be a bigger chance, and it should be a bigger chance for the upset, but for some reason it isn't. And that was quite a series. And on top of that, they darn near end up in the conference final with Chicago. 3-1 lead in the series, like, oh no, and go to 7 games and lose it on a funny goal too, and a deflection off of Kronwall. Yeah. So they, in a way, overachieved. They'd sure like to have the same kind of thing happen this year with all these guys in the lineup.
And Anaheim feels they underachieved after the season they had, and that's what still sticks in their craw about losing to Detroit in the first round, and they're still thinking about it this morning. But a great season, the 2nd best record in the league next to Chicago in that wild, wild West. Folks in the East think just let the West burn themselves out. Especially it's going to be a war of attrition come the Stanley Cup playoffs in the Western Conference. Here's Bertuzzi. Shot in that Hiller will hold. And the Red Wings don't have to worry about that anymore. If you look at the West, Chicago, what an unbelievable roll they're on, and Anaheim, the only team in the league not to lose at home yet in regulation. They're 13-0-2 at home. But look at that total.
Pretty amazing, all the way down to the Wild at 43. Canucks really on a roll now. Colorado with that incredible start. They've come back to earth a little bit. They're back to 5,000 feet instead of 9.
And you look at 8th place in the West, although Carolina's top 3 in the Metropolitan Division, 35 points. It's 8th in the West, in the East, sorry. Yep.
It is what it is. So, yeah, I guess if they had a crystal ball, it's a good time to get out of the Western Conference.
Exactly.
No icing there.
Solani got to the puck first to negate it. And Tatar able to move one for Michael Samuelsson, who draws back into the lineup tonight. Tatar partially knocked it down, but Solani able to move it ahead. 22nd season for Teemu Solani. Stretch pass Kindle for Anderson. Samuelsson, good move at center. And he'll shoot it in as the Red Wings will complete a change. Sami Vatanen. Sheldon Surrey and Lucas Spiza, two of the injured players on the back end for the Ducks, and Mark Fitzgerald as well.
That's one of the reasons Beauchemin missed some time as well. One of the reasons why Cam Fowler, the hand pass by Detroit. One of the reasons Cam Fowler has played so much, averaging close to 25 minutes a game, and he's just, 3 years into the NHL, just barely out of his teens. But what a good one he is, and Bert doesn't like the call. I think it came from center ice back into the blue line, and that's why. Inside your blue line, hand passes are allowed, but not across a line like that, either direction.
Brendan Smith battles there with Kyle Palmieri, number 21. Puck at center. Miller tried to get to it. He couldn't. Quincy over for Smith. Off the skate of Sheahan. Turned over at center ice. Back in with a shot and a save by Gustafsson off Bonino. Right in front. Hit Gustafsson again. Miller tipped it, but this will be another icing, this time against Detroit.
Well, I'll tell you, it looks like a bit of a free-for-all down there around that Red Wing net a couple of times. Gustafsson all over the place.
Well, don't miss the action when the Wings take on Calgary. A couple of nights from now, Thursday night, the first 7,500 fans in attendance receive a Nicholas Kronwall bobblehead. It's not a bad look for him either. For tickets, call 313-471-7575 now. Ticket executives are standing by on Nick Kronwall bobblehead night. Miller chipped it. Lovejoy's got it. Pass to Getzlaf. Got some room and a shot and a save made. Oh, a heavy hit. Going to be a penalty here, and I wonder if it's going to be a game.
Oh, geez. That was, unfortunately, a very dangerous-looking hit. I mean,
Quincy knew as soon as he laid on the body and he's hurt, so.
Well, you know what happened here is I think he turned into it. We'll get a replay here in a second, but we're going to take a break first. He hit his cheekbone into the boards, and let's wait and see what the call on this one is. You're watching Red Wing Hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
This game break is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Panthers in Toronto taking on the Maple Leafs, and this is Thomas Fleischmann up the wing. Wrister over the shot of James Reimer. 1-0 Panthers. They're in the second. Now, back to Ken and Mick at the Joe.
5-minute major, Kyle Quincy, and that's understandable with this hit. Samuelsson will serve it, and you'll see here slow-mo. Kyle hits him in the number, in the back, and he turned to, on the rebound to get the puck. Here's the high wide look at it. Getzlaf turns to his right just as Quincy hits him. But the numbers were pretty square to Kyle, and that's why the 5-minute major and the game is conduct.
So a tall task here for the Red Wings, but Anaheim's power play 19th in the league. Red Wing penalty killing 9th. So they're down to 5 defensemen the rest of the night. Off the backboards, controlled by Bonino, through it, rink wide. Fowler at the point, save. Gustafsson, rebound. Gustafsson bowled over again.
Lost his glove. The referee's...
That's in behind him. The ref was going to blow the whistle, but no, gets the blocker back on to Gustafsson. And Conley sent down by Miller.
They're talking right now. Strange happenings down there.
Shots are 10 for Anaheim. Under 5 to go in the opening period. Red Wings had the 1-0 lead, and the Ducks struck for 2 quickly. Teemu Solani's got it. Glendening threw it back the other way. Picked up there by Palmieri. In for Matthew Perreault. Arrow, who played for Bruce Boudreau, Washington. Well, he signed with the Ducks. Shot got blocked. Grabbed back at the point and moved in by Lindholm. Smith was fighting for it to the other side. Eves got there first, and down it goes. Hampus Lindholm, the 6th overall pick in 2012. Not even 20 years old yet. This will be icing against Anaheim, and the face-off will come down the ice.
Now here's Gustafson's work tonight as far as the physicality. He got nailed by Solani pretty good, and then he got ran into here. However, Riley Sheehan had a lot to do with that one, so well, it's like a shooting gallery in there. 10-4 the shots on goal. There again, it was Eriksson railroading a white jersey into Gus, so he's had a very physical night. It's a good thing he's a pretty big guy.
Here's Kronwall. Back for Eriksson. Hiller will stop it and give it to Fowler. As Mick said, leads the Ducks in ice time, leads them in block shots too. Bonino had to go off the stick of Lashoff out of play.
He's a marvelous skater, that kid. He's got natural ability. Trains here from the Detroit area. Trains over in Hazel Park with Pat Peak, former Washington Capital, plays with the Red Wing alumni. They're there during the summertime working out on the ice and off the ice. Really nice young kid. He's played in some charity softball games with the Red Wing alumni as well.
Off that draw, Fowler will go back and get it. 99 career points for number 4 with the puck now for Francois Beauchamp. Ducks with control of it. Penner then lost it as he was checked by Glendening. Long pass for Penner. He was hit off the side of the goal, but no harm done there, and Detroit able to clear with 2 to go in the penalty to Quincy, and we've got a penalty coming here at Anaheim.
Eriksson's getting some attention from Pete Van Zandt. Dustin Penner for a high stick, so it will be 4-on-4. That's why Eriksson.
Anaheim penalty 17, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Attention. He combed him across and then tapped him in the mouth accidentally too, but you have to have control of your stick or you get a penalty. He was falling down off balance, but it's still a penalty. So 4-on-4 we go with 2:35 to go in the period, and the road team up 2-1.
Smith tried to get it to the goal. He couldn't. Daniel Winnick with it. Winnick going after it. Remember the great start Winnick had in the shortened season last year. He had 5 goals his first handful of games. Well, he hasn't scored in his past 31. Struggled after his start last year. Throwing into the middle, intercepted by Detroit. Bertuzzi's away with Smith. Catching up is Sheahan. Bertuzzi looks back to Kendall. Back in front and never got it on goal. Went back for Sheahan and he couldn't tap it. Great opportunity for Detroit there in 4-on-4 hockey. Here's Corey Perry and scores! Corey Perry's got his 22nd goal and his 9th goal the past 11 games.
Well, how about that for a turnaround? I mean, one end of the ice, you get a grade A scoring chance. I'm not sure whether Kindle was blocked from making the shot, and he tried to pass it, and then a beautiful pass to Corey Perry, and I think Gus would like to have that shot back. The guy's a gunner. He's a great goal scorer, but he wasn't, I don't think he was up far enough to block the angle down, and it's 3-1, and that is just a horrible turn of events where you get a scoring chance to possibly tie the game, and bang, they come back and score, and Gustafson's gone. Yeah. Young Mrazek, so boy, oh boy. This is a tough road to hoe here for the Red Wings. 4-on-4 goal. Corey Perry, one of the top goal scorers in the National Hockey League, came in third with 21.
And he didn't waste any time because he had a 7-game goal streak stopped in the win over Edmonton Sunday.
Out here.
And Mrazek's going to be tested right off the bat. But Bonino couldn't get it on goal. Bonino up along with Silverberg, who gets taken to the boards by Kronwall. Lovejoy getting the lone assist on the Perry goal to make it 3-1 at 18-17. Datsuk back in front, put it off a skate. The teams continue for a side. Alfredsson.
Did him hollering to stay with Datsuk.
Alfredsson whirls back at the line. Kronwall's got it now. To Alfredsson, the shot and a glove save from Hiller. Datsuk angled one back to the line, but it didn't get there, and Silverberg's away. Then he lost it, checked by Tatar. Red Wings on a very short bell tire power play that has now elapsed. So that'll go down as an offer, but...
Yeah, it shouldn't even count as a power play. 3 seconds.
No, shouldn't. It's going to be a little skewed when you look at the numbers. Koivu picked it up at center and gets it back for Brian Allen. Reversed that, but gave it away to Tatar. Got caught up in the official skates as Koivu makes a pass ahead to a speedy Andrew Cogliano. Drop pass back, scores! Ripped through by Sammy Botman. Makes it 4-1.
Peter Mrazek is not happy. Now, did time run out? That's the question. Wow, the blue light is on. Woo.
They're checking.
Woo. This will be close.
Looked like thumbs up right there, yep.
Like, yes, it's the goal?
Yep. Let's see.
Where's the clock? Okay. There's your clock. Oh, boy. No defense.
They'll go down at 19:59 will be the time of the goal.
Boy, boy, oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Tough road to hold. 5 shots for Detroit, 12 for Anaheim. 4 find the back of the net. And the last worst time for the Red Wings to have a struggle in nets is when they're struggling to score goals. This is it with all these regulars out of the lineup. They're in some pretty tall order right now, down 4-1 after 20 minutes.
Trevor, Darren, and Chris, take it away. A reminder to vote in the Fox Sports Detroit Red Wings Player of the Game, presented by McDonald's new premium Southwest McWrap. To vote, just text WINGS followed by a space in the player's uniform number to 37338. Or vote online at foxsportsdetroit.com and see final results post-game during Red Wings Live. The Phantom Cam, Mick, is back.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a bad thing tonight. It's 4-1 for the visitors after 20 minutes of play. It's a fun little piece of technology for sure, and it reveals so much, but right now the Red Wings don't want to reveal any more than they already have. 4 goals on 12 shots. Detroit only got 5, and in spite of the fact that you've got almost a half a team that was in Grand Rapids a year ago in the lineup tonight, I'm sure there was a lot said in that dressing room because that probably was embarrassing for them.
Knowing what this night might be like, Mike Babcock told the assembled media this morning, we can't get into a race to 5 with these guys. We know that totally.
Well, that's what's happened, and what happened here is Perry's goal. I'd say a bad goal for Gustafson's position, and the first shot on net for Mrazek really beats him to make it 4-1. So just like that, you go from a one-shot game to a potential blowout at 4-1. So let's see what happens from here.
As Hiller will hold on, so a face-off 11 seconds into period number 2. The Ducks scoring 4 goals at even strength in that first period makes them plus 28, 5 on 5, and now gives them 85 even strength goals. They were second in the NHL coming into the game tonight.
It's almost 3 a game. That's huge. Jeez.
And that's why they are where they are, second best in the league with a 19th ranked power play. And again, most of their scoring has been done by their top line of Getzlaf, Perry, and Penner, but their other units are certainly contributing tonight. Jacob Silverberg returning to the lineup after missing games with a broken right hand, getting a goal.
First things first, Red Wings need to make it 4-2.
Shot nearly did. Kronwall just slithered it wide. Datsuk back in front with Yurko there at the periphery of the crease. Yurko, the only bright spot for Detroit in the first, with his first National Hockey League goal from Miller and Quincy. When the Red Wings had the lead in this game, 3:15 in. 25 seconds later, Anaheim tied it and kept on scoring. With 2 goals in the final 2 minutes and one with 1 second left, as this will be icing. So the face-off back into the Detroit zone. And the Ducks' top line of Getzlaf, Perry, and Penner, 100 points now. First in the National Hockey League with Perry's goal tonight. And 48, second best in the league. Koivu in back of the net. He scored at center. Allen got there, just beating Samuelsson to the puck. Anderson mishandled at center. Back to get it is Samuelsson for Eriksson. Samuelsson with a pass tipped in by Tatar. He'll be first on it. Put one back to the line. Smith got an errant stick out of the way and then threw it toward the goal. That bounced off and played up here for Solani. Back in front as Perro couldn't pick it up. Bertuzzi's got it. Knocked out of the air by a high stick of Anaheim, but Detroit touched it. Now gathered back in and a pass made through, and just missing was Matt Pileski. He missed most of October and November due to injury. Bertuzzi will go after it, but Hiller got there first and scooped it around behind for Boschman. Picked up by Matt Pileski, native of Windsor. With a long shot in wide of Peter Mrazek, who took over in the first period. After the Ducks had grabbed a 3-1 lead. Palmieri put it in back of the goal again, and Brian Lashoff's got it for Detroit. Fowler now for Anaheim. For Lovejoy. Long pass, perfect, onto the stick of Nick Bonino. He's got one of the goals tonight. For Anaheim is Tatar. Looks up ice, hit Glendening in the back, and the play on a delayed offside. Fowler negates that, carrying ahead, and tipped in by Palmieri. Palmieri without a goal his past 17 games. As we mentioned, a lot of Ducks in horrible slumps, but their top line has carried them, and a few others have chipped in. Eves couldn't get there in time. Botman, who made it 4-1. Puts it behind Mrazek. Grabbed by Daniel Winnick to the point to Allen. Blocker save Mrazek. Nick Bonino. Got knocked down by Kronwall. Glendening able to keep control as he gets checked by Winnick. Trying to work past Palmieri. Nick Kronwall with a long pass for Glendening and into the Anaheim zone.
I was just thinking when those guys were on the board scrumming for the puck. We don't get whistles like that anymore in this game. You can't cover the puck up. The referee's hollering, you got to move it, you got to move it. So you don't freeze it on the boards anymore. It's a lost art completely.
Very true. And a lot of people are thinking because the whistle does not go as quickly as it used to, that has led to more injuries too. Datsyuk coming in, loose in the middle. Smith tried to make a play with it. Good hold in at the line though, as Yurko with some nice stick handling at the blue line. Alfredson cut off Fowler. Datsuk's got the puck, and his shot glanced off a Duck player. Up and out of play. 4:33 into the second period.
Okay, time to give you our AT&T U-verse reverse, and we're going to look back a couple of years ago at people when Corey Perry was kind of running roughshod, and he got really surprised that Pavel Datsuk could handle himself as much as he did. And people were very proud of Pavel He'd never fought really before. And Perry's a rugged, crusty individual, and he played like that. Remember that playoff series? Might have been the same one where he was caught saying some nasty things on tape and was warned not to do it, which I find kind of ridiculous. But nonetheless, Pavel acquitted for himself pretty well.
Yeah.
And I'd say that since then, that playoff series, Corey Perry's been a much better citizen. He's behaved himself, and he's a better hockey player for it.
Pavel had enjoyed that too. He's got a photo framed of that fight with the game sheet on it. Shot off the goal post. That was rifled by Jakob Silfverberg, the 23-year-old, off the post. And he bid for his second since returning from the broken hand tonight. Back down ice for Bolesky. Up with Winnick. A lot of size out there for Anaheim. Joining is Solani. Future Hall of Famer Solani, who has been scratched for some games this year. 5 games a healthy scratch for Teemu Solani. On back-to-back nights, he won't play them both. And that's okay with him. He's missed 3 games due to injury this year. Mrazek for Kronwall. Good move by Sheahan with help from Miller. And it comes back here to Kronwall again. His pass picked up by Sheahan. Gets the return pass, but intercepted by Bonino. Bertuzzi has it now. Kindle left point. Shot in front of the goal. Puck's loose and grabbed by Jonas Hiller. So we'll step out for a moment, and when we come back, a little bit more on Teemu Solani, the future Hall of Famer. Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
Hi, Bob. It's Teemu. Yeah, I'm coming back. Yeah, but this is it. This is my final one.
Well done by the Ducks and Teemu.
Bob is Bob Murray, the general manager of the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
I have seen that act before in Michigan. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good, though.
There
Good
he's
sense of
center
humor.
one. Last shot. That was blocked.
He did say it's his final year, didn't he? In that little clip.
Bogdano back of the net, shoved down there by Cleary, and the center ice referee has called a penalty.
Oh, my
Cleary
gosh.
doesn't like it.
It was a love tap.
So while Cleary goes to the box, Anaheim will go
Penalty
to
71,
power
2
play.
minutes for cross-checking.
And we should see Teemu Solani out there at some point. Solani doesn't run anymore because of the knee problems later in his career. He does a lot of cycling now.
76 goals in Winnipeg. What a year that was.
Rookie, as a rookie.
My God.
76.
First-
Still a
yeah.
record and may never be broken.
No. Unbelievable. Those were the heydays of high scores, though. The old Smythe division or whatever they called it at that time.
That's chipped out of play, so we'll get a face-off coming outside the Red Wing blue line. And Solani collects cars in his free time. He still has his first car he's ever owned, a 61 Lincoln convertible. I collected Hot Wheels as a kid. Got the real thing.
61.
61 Lincoln convertible, first car he ever owned. Mrazek holds on to that.
I remember the first one I ever owned. I decided I'd cut the roof off it. Forgot I had to weld the doors on it. Backed it out of the driveway and all 4 doors fell off. Said, gotta do something.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
I've been with you
Peterborough.
17
Over
years and I've
Peterborough.
never heard that story.
I know. I said, I think I better weld those doors on. That was the summer that I had 2 cars and 1 set of license plates and only end up in jail 1 time. Only for overnight, though.
Who bailed you out, Marcel?
My dad said leave him in there, teach him a lesson. No, Marcel was hiding. Yeah.
Well, the Ducks now can get a change. They were told they couldn't, but right off the draw, Getzlaf came out. But no matter, Red Wings won the faceoff and get it down the ice.
59 Pontiac and a 52 Dodge. Those were good days.
Yeah. Bonino shoots it in. Penner goes in after it with Eriksson, picked up by Kronwall. To the line, but not out as Getzlaf kept it into Fowler. Perry to Fowler to the Anaheim captain. Fowler's got it again, and a shot and a save. Perry on the rebound. And Mrazek got over. Perry was from an acute angle at the goal line and couldn't stuff it past Peter Mrazek. Perry that close to his second of the night. Getzlaf turns inside the line.
Good to see him back and no serious injury.
Save made by Mrazek and chopped out of play.
Is that a penalty? Or to go?
No penalty.
Everybody's wondering.
They're conferring.
Well, if that had gone over the glass, not in the benches, it's an automatic 2-minute delay of game. But I think Jonathan Eriksson may have saved the day there for Mrazek. Watch the stick come in right there. Yeah, before Perry could get it in front of the net. That and the paddle of Mrazek. So
off the drop. Perro, who's a very good face-off man, has the puck now. To Solani, back of the goal, back to Perro, back to the line. He gets the return feed. Perro's shot just missed.
Solani loves to set up a right-hand shot on the left side for a one-timer.
We've seen that over the years up against Detroit.
Got a couple in that big year in the playoffs where they beat the Red Wings.
Oleski prone position and his stick stretched out. Managed to keep control long enough that Solani got it back to Lindholm and a return pass. Solani put it in behind. Perro looks out front. Left there for Palmieri. His shot knocked away. Anderson trying to get there out of the box is Cleary. So Anaheim no go on that power play, intercepted by Smith. Anaheim in their own zone now. At center for Bolsheman. Smith for Detroit. His pass onto the stick of Cleary, or Alfredson rather, as it goes in and picked up here by Allen. Chased by Alfredson. Ducks take over. Moving in was Kendall to stop Winnick in his tracks. Brian Allen with it. Cogliano sends it in. Winnick has it, threw it in front. But that's suit for Alfredson. Hang through center. Jumping up to get it was Alfredson. Can't get into the zone clean. So now Pavel Datsyuk will try. Kronwall back for Kindle. And again, the Red Wings down to 5 defensemen tonight with a major penalty in game misconduct to Kyle Quincy, and this will be icing against Detroit.
That center ice is really a bugaboo for Detroit, and here's a look at the injury to Ryan Getzlaf on the rebound, and then the hit from behind by Kyle Quincy. Automatic game misconduct. It is left cheek on the dasher board. I think Kyle Quincy his argument is that he turned into me, and he couldn't stop, and that's one of the dangers of this game today, being played at the speed that it's played at. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. The game is too fast for a lot of people, and that's why so many injuries are happening all over the NHL.
I'll second that.
Hundreds of guys hurt. Way too many than there should be.
Getzlaf brings it in. Nick Bonino of the Ducks was hurt Sunday night at home against Edmonton. Perry in front. Corey Potter got a 2-game suspension. Mrazek the save. But Potter drove Bonino into the boards. He was okay to continue on, but Potter got 2 games. 2 games in a row, a Ducks player has been hurt on a play like that. Last shot, good work on Corey Perry. But Penner, with that size, able to come up with that puck to the line for Brian Allen. Back to Penner. He can't get through. Play to ahead. A race for the puck goes Eaves. But Allen cleared it back to center. Red Wings had to be careful not to have too many men on the ice. Back with it is Sammy Botman.
It looked like some of this game tonight, the Ducks have had too many men on the ice with only 5.
Shots are 19-7 past the halfway point in this game. Kindle for Bertuzzi with Miller and Riley Shan in his 3rd NHL game. Shan backhanded one. Smith for Sheehan. Played his collegiate hockey at Notre Dame. Smith with a shot up high, and that'll be held by Hiller. Ducks by 3 in the second on Fox Sports Detroit. Local Toyota Dealers brings you the scouting report on number 15, Riley Sheehan, who was really a shutdown center under Jeff Jackson. He was taught defense at Notre Dame. Says he was brainwashed by the Leafs growing up in St. Catharines, Ontario, but Detroit was a close second. Rick Nash was his favorite player. And his uncle is Rocky DiPietro, a great CFLer, a Canadian Football League player with Hamilton in the Hall of Fame in 1997. Riley was the first-round pick of the Red Wings in 11 years when he was taken. That wasn't a defenseman or a goaltender. Thomas McCollum got taken in 08 and Anthony Mantha in 2013 this year. Saved by Hiller. Puck still loose. And he'll grab it before Tatar could get a stick on it.
St. Catharines area, boy, did they produce a lot of good hockey players in the old OHL, St. Catharines Blackhawks. Used to be the Chicago Blackhawks farm team. A lot of the great Hawks came out of that St. Catharines area. The Golden Horseshoe around
the Golden
Southern
Jet.
Ontario.
The Golden Jet.
Yeah.
Here's Winnick. And Mrazek able to hold on. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. This is the beginning of a 4-game road trip for Anaheim. Red Wings will continue at home with a game against Calgary here on Thursday and in Toronto on Saturday night before coming home to meet the Islanders next Monday. Final game before Christmas. And a little bit of a break before the Red Wings head to Florida and Nashville to close out 2013. As Mrazek comes out to hold on, and then the Winter Classic at the Big House on New Year's Day.
You got the Leafs 2 games in basically 2 weeks. And Detroit and Toronto right now are hanging on for the 2 wild cards in the conference. We'll look at it. Saturday night, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock puck drop at the new Maple Leaf Gardens, better known as the Air Canada Center. Yeah. So the Leafs have been struggling, but they beat the Hawks the other night. So while Detroit has been losing games, so has everybody else pretty much. And around the league tonight, Montreal is down to Phoenix in Montreal. That would be a good thing if that game continues that way, and so on. So you got to start looking at all these teams if you're Detroit. Like we said at the top of the show, they got to start getting some points. Now a point, Ken, in these shootout losses looks awfully good compared to what's going on.
Yeah.
You know.
Scores another one. Backhanded by Koivu, and it got past Mrazek. And Anaheim up by 4, 5-1.
Face-off again. And Anaheim's been good here in the second period. They get control. And I think this one changed directions on Mrazek. You watch Brendan Smith's leg. Oh, yeah, right here. Right off his left leg and up over his shoulder. So once again, yeah, I know. But, boy, oh, boy. You never saw it, I can tell you that. And even though the mistakes were made maybe on a face-off loss, things all going against the Red Wings when the puck's finding the back of their net way too often.
This will be icing.
Assisted by number 7, Andrew Cogliano. Number 45, Samuel Vatanen.
Cogliano and Vatanen, who scored the 4th goal. Vatanen gets an assist on the 5th. 12:26, the time of the goal. Injured 15 games this season, Saku Koivu. say the Ducks with just that one bad spell of the season. Other than that, they're on their third 5-game victory run. Minimum 5 games this season. The only team in the NHL who's managed to accomplish that.
And they've done a lot of it on the road too, eh? They've heavy-ended the schedule on the road in the first half. Most teams will hit the 41-game mark, which is exactly 50%, right around New Year. Red Wings are the 30th of December as their 41st game.
And to think they, as we mentioned, they haven't lost at home in regulation at 13-0-2. Won the first 8 at the Honda Center this year that they played. Back in front and good coverage. Datsuk on Corey Perry. And Datsuk coughed it up. Getzlaf able to steal for Penner. Dustin Penner back in front. Smith's got it for Detroit.
Boy, Detroit is really, really suffering confidence-wise. They just don't have any confidence coming through center ice at all.
Getzlaf. Getzlaf has points in the last 16 games that he has played coming into the game tonight. Missed 3 due to injury. Just an unbelievable run. 23 points the past 16 games for number 15. Solani back into Perreault. Perreault cuts to the front of the goal, and that was stopped by Mrazek. Perreault went into the net, but the puck didn't. Miller, who won a cup with Anaheim in 07. Bertuzzi trying to wrap it around. Sheahan's got it. Moving in his last shot. Solani got in front of Sheahan. Bertuzzi, he'll try it again. And then Bertuzzi bumped into Sammy Botkin. Teemu Selanne had to go off his skate. Samuelsson left it there for Kindle. Under 5 to play in period 2. Red Wings can't get in on the first try, and Kindle's got it again.
Center ice again. See, can't get through center ice. Here's a 1-2-2 by Anaheim, and they have to dump it in. That's all you got.
Miller, who's starting a 5th straight, won his last 4 in goal for the Ducks. Hasn't been severely tested, nor was Mrazek on that long shot, but it's the Ducks by 4. The Phantom Cam on Getzlaf's stick. Puck's been on a lot of the Ducks sticks tonight. We'll be back in a moment.
This game break is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Second period, Bruins on the power play here. Zdeno Chara there. Slapper scores. Calgary down 1-0 to the Bruins. That was in the third. Ken, back to you.
Thank you, Trevor. As Alfredson skates at the center with Datsuk and Yurko. Oshman took out Yurko, then puck's loose. Alfredson tried to lift a stick. Turned over. Alfredson got held, no call, wanted one. And that puck hit a glove at the Red Wing bench.
Going back to
stop and play.
Going back to the referee, wondering what the heck's going on. A moment ago, here's one of the problems that Detroit's having. Play's going to end up to Samuelsson over here on the right side. Now watch him. He's got to dump it in because nobody's skating at center ice. Ducks got it jammed up with 4 guys here. Go ahead and let her go. In he goes. Now watch what happens here. No pressure on the puck. Hiller plays it to his defenseman. These guys get in position. Go ahead. Bang, bang, bang over to the right side. Out they come. Way too easy. No real major scoring chance, but an exit of your zone. Far too easy for Anaheim, and no pressure results in no scoring chances.
Eriksson backpedaling. Fowler for the Ducks for Corey Perry. Perry with 22 goals his first 36 games, including his goal tonight. That's a career high for him through 36 games, getting 22. Eves going in back of the net to get it. Hiller the save, puck's loose. Eves took a backhand, was denied.
Was it a couple of years ago, Perry had that great run at the end of the season? He went crazy.
Scored 50, won the Rocket Richard.
Right, but he had a second half that was unbelievable.
10-11 season. And he's got 13 points now the past 11 games, including tonight.
I think he scored about 30 goals in the second half of that season, almost every night.
Scored 50 bang on to end the year. Sheahan tried to pick it up off the boards. It goes to Drew Miller. Miller continues on with Bertuzzi. Took the shot. Picked up by Anaheim's Winnick. For Solani. Chipped at center. Winnick was there for Brian Allen. Bertuzzi was checking him, a couple of former Vancouver Canucks. Jonathan Ericsson for Detroit. Tatar failed to pick it up cleanly.
Red Wings run on their heels most of the night, Ken. They have not handled the puck much. As a result, they've only got 12 shots on goal, giving up 22. But they're chasing the Ducks around most of the night, and that's usually a recipe for trouble.
Jakob Silverberg had a pass attempt blocked. Anaheim uses the opportunity to change. Tatar to Yurko. Back to Tatar. Bonino. Out of the reach of Palmieri, and Datsuk gives it to Connell. Out at center for Alfredson. Waiting for Datsuk to get going. There it is. Datsuk's got it. He's right in on goal. He's hooked. There's a penalty upcoming. I'd say a penalty shot would be nice, but the way shootouts have gone, maybe not.
Yeah. Datsuk got on his horse up the left side, and Alfredson recognized that. He was the quarterback, and Pavel Datsuk was the receiver. Not much of a hook.
Oh, it was enough, though. You get in the hands.
Anaheim, number 21. It's a minor penalty for hooking.
Different game. They'll take it. Minute 1 to go, and they could get in there and get something to feed off at least.
61 seconds to go in period 2. Bell Tire power play. Datsuk with it. Bertuzzi in front. Shot didn't get there. Yurko chases back Fowler, who gives to Winnick and Getzlaf. Getzlaf and Winnick will go off in a change. Drop back for Datsuk. Smoothly in. Bertuzzi got knocked down. Cogliano there. He's got 3 assists tonight. The play is offside. Andrew Cogliano played a lot of games collegiately in this building. Now the captain, Steve Yzerman, returns to Detroit for the 2013 Leafs Red Wings Alumni Showdown doubleheader at Comerica Park, December 31st. Part of the 2013 Hockeytown Winter Festival. For tickets, call 313-471-7575 now. Ticket executives are standing by. We just need the weather to be a little less cold. Folks have been skating down at Comerica Park, but some could not. The ice, you don't want it cracking. That's where the temperature's got to get just a touch warmer.
Yeah, Red Wings will practice there, or at least they intend to practice there tomorrow.
Right. Puck's knocked down. Eves going to get it with a second to go. And the period comes to a close. Shots are 22-12 Anaheim. After 40, Red Wings have 59 seconds of a carryover power play to begin period number 3 in our MGM Grand Detroit intermission activities with Darren, Ozzie, and Trevor.
Time for our Arby's Instant 3 play. If a Detroit player scores a tour de chapeau, a hat trick in English, in this game, bring a copy of the scoring summary to a participating Arby's location tomorrow and get a free small order of curly fries. You can find a copy of the scoring summary in your newspaper or on the Red Wings page at foxsportsdetroit.com. And if it continues the way it is tonight, you may not want to find it anyway. But nonetheless, if they get 3, you get a free fries.
You should get 4 free fries.
There you go. It's a tough road to hoe. We can't make too much fun. Look at here. Hold it right there, guys. Look at it. Getzlaf. He slaps Pavel Datsuk's stick, keeps him away from the puck, and then gets it on his backhand, hopefully to one of his teammates. That's one of the little ways that players cheat, if they can anticipate when the puck is going to be dropped. Nice job there by Big Getzlaf after coming back from the Kyle Quincy hit. He snuck one in there. He's got a bunch of stitches, and that seems to be the worst of it. That's a hockey player. Blood in his teeth, stitches in his face. He's not gone 15 minutes. He's back out again. Way to go, Ryan. Nice to see that he didn't get any serious injury out of that. We never like to see that. Ryan Getzlaf, the captain of the Anaheim Ducks.
And they're not sure. Remember the other night when Malkin went in heavily to the boards?
Well,
he was injured and hasn't played, so...
Remember I said you're similar to the coccyx bone broken by Kronwall a few years ago, right in the rear end, as he went into the boards in this arena. Very dangerous. The same looking play.
Yeah, it was just at the other end.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So Bell Tire power play continuing here in the third for Detroit. 20 seconds left to go on it. And a bouncing puck to center, so the Red Wings will get one last attempt here. Or maybe not, and Bonino was able to knock the puck down. Bonino, Silverberg, Perry, Botman, and Koivu have scored for Anaheim after Yurko had given Detroit the lead, and Yurko shoots it in. He scored his first National Hockey League goal 3:15 into the game.
Mike Babcock is asking his team to compete, that's all. He knows they're outmanned and outgunned by one of the best teams in the league, but that's no excuse for not working. All you got to do is work and give your best, and the outcome will be what it is. That hasn't been the case basically for 40 minutes.
And yes, this will be icing, and everyone knows how undermanned the Wings are, but as you say, compete is a different story.
I mean, lots of teams play with lots of guys, from the minors or up and what have you, but you got to compete, you got to play. Not only do you have to play hard, you need to play smart. And Detroit's struggled with that decision-making, and their confidence doesn't look like they have a whole lot trying to even get through center ice. So there's still only 12 shots on goal, and we're a couple minutes into the third period. That is a telltale story when you're on your own ice. I don't care who you're playing.
And Anaheim had plenty injuries this year, too, and on defense, but Abdelkader, Nyquist, Sederberg, Helm, Weiss, Franz, and DeKaiser and Howard. I don't think any teams had that number of their core group out at one time.
That's why it's so important, Ken, that Detroit finds a way to scrap and scratch their way along here and kind of tread water if they can, and continue to have at least a wild card position held up. And this will be an icing. So easier said than done.
Talking about injuries, here's the head coach's thoughts.
We had great chances. I mean, we hit the post twice. We had 2 wraparounds for empty nets. We had a called off goal. So what? We didn't win. We got to find a way to win a game to relieve the pressure on our group. And to be honest with you, it's not about Anaheim, it's about us.
So getting through it without those you have, finding ways to win.
Obviously, that was before this game started. Hey, he's right. I mean, he never changes his thoughts on, you gotta play your game. You do make adjustments for what's happened in the team against you. Detroit's had a hard time, especially with Zetterberg out of the lineup. He's such a great leader in the offensive stuff and confidence-wise. Darren Helm with that great speed of his. DeKaiser on the blue line setting things up, making great first passes.
And they're still hoping to have Zetterberg, DeKaiser, and Helm all back. Solani's in the clear from the blue line in. Teemu Solani, save made, rebound, and Mrazek stopped them both. Is the fans here something to cheer about? Back in comes Solani again. Taken to the boards by Kronwall.
These two have had their run-ins, haven't they, over the years?
Kronwall, Alfredson catching up, has it and shoots it, and a good save by Hiller.
Well, Teemu Solani won't be happy with Teemu Solani on this one. I think he probably thought he was going to go through the 5-hole, did he? Yeah. He tried to go 5-hole, and Mrazek shut it down. He didn't hit it, basically. Didn't get it where he wanted to, and that's very frustrating for any hockey player, let alone a guy that's used to scoring goals as often as he has, and probably in his last year, to have a great scoring chance like that go by the wayside, even if the goal in the game doesn't mean anything.
Solani picked up an assist tonight. He's third among active players in the NHL, 760 now. Datsuk, a couple of whacks at it, got it to Alfredsson. Alfredsson fourth among active players in assists with 699. Two great setup man in Solani and Alfredsson tonight.
You know, the other thing, Ken, just to continue and finish the thought on all the injuries, Pavel Datsuk has not looked like Pavel Datsuk since he came back from that concussion.
No, he hasn't.
You know, he's pretty good, but he's not the Pavel that we saw before he got hit in the head with the Cowan's elbow.
Goal and an assist in the 4 previous games. This is his 5th game back. Cowan since suspended for another elbow. Wasn't for the one on Pavel, but was for a couple of games since.
Well, it took the first one, which should have been a suspension, to set the stage for the second one. Now Shanahan goes, yeah, I don't think so. But doesn't help Pavel Datsuk any.
Now Franzen feeling similar effects as his applicator. Here's Getzlaf back in front for Perry. Got checked. Kronwall stayed with him. And then drove him to the boards. Henner back of the net. With Getzlaf and Perry. Perry, who was held without a goal in the 7-game series against Detroit. Buckton shoots. That was blocked. He scored tonight.
Very frustrating.
And out in front. And Mrazek stopped him there. Look at that hustle by Getzlaf. And Perry shoots. And Mrazek made the save.
He's going to just draw another penalty. He's had 3 shots after 40 minutes. This play's still alive. And he just had 3 shots in this shift. Corey Perry, that is. Finally the touch and the whistle. So I'll have 14:24 to go, and Detroit will be shorthanded. 5-1 for the visitors. It hasn't been a pretty night for Detroit. Stick in the feet.
Detroit penalty 71 for Kirby.
Perry coming from the short side in a spinorama. It's his 3rd shot in this shift. So it gives him 6 for the night. And he'll probably get at least 1 more after a rest and coming back in the second half of this power play.
Perry came into the game leading his team with 127 shots on goal in 35 games. So power play here for the Ducks. Koivu in front. Cleared away, getting over to hold it in. Oshman's got it. For Perro. Lindholm. Solani was checked and moved out of harm's way by Anderson. Hampus Lindholm. 6'3" defenseman. Plus 16, the rookie. Back down it goes for Oshman. His pass to Perro. Perro taken to the boards by Kronwall. Glendening went down. And Eves will shoot at the length of the ice. Fowler to pick it up.
Here comes the big boys for Anaheim. They're looking to pile it on.
Getzlaf. Carries in. His personal best is 25 goals. He's got 16 already. Bonino passed across. Perry was wide open.
And had a wide open net.
Getzlaf moved it quickly. Bonino across to Perry, to Getzlaf. Fowler. For Bonino. Shot went wide. Getzlaf's got it. Fowler to Bonino. One-timer. Big bounce off the kick plate.
Their arms are going to be tired.
Fowler right back in. Bonino sets up to the line. Fowler checked. Getzlaf to get it.
That should just about do it.
Getzlaf for Perry. Shoots it and a save made by Mrazek. Datsuk. Bouncer to center. Cleary out of the box. Stumbling on the play was Vatanen. Mrazek kicked it aside. Winnick. Behind for Cogliano, but Datsuk there first. Cleary across center. Datsuk going to forecheck. Hiller played it over for Brian Allen. Waited too long. And it hit the stick of Alfredsson. A bouncing puck that Datsuk was able to smack back in. Yurko was in quickly on the forecheck. Will this have enough for icing? Yes, it will.
Well, the Red Wings are hoping to get at least one of the 8 regulars out of the lineup. And look at that difficult record without the captain in there, 1-4-2.
Although it should be pointed out, Nick, that Pavel Datsuk, they're 1-2 without them both.
Yeah.
Datsuk also wasn't there.
We were good without Pavel for some strange reason.
They're 5-2.
5-2, yeah, right. But, I mean, that's just, there's a whole lot more going on right now than when just Pavel was out. He was pretty much the only one out. But now you've got 8 regulars, almost half your starting lineup. That's just too much of a hole to dig out of, especially against one of the best teams in the league.
And with Quincy could be facing a suspension, the Department of Player Safety will certainly look at it. So the Red Wings may have yet another call-up from the Griffins.
Well, outdoors, outdoors, outdoors. It is that time of the year, and the Red Wings had their throwback jerseys on, some of them over there. As the kids played shinny, that is such a great scene. It just, Danny DeKeyser, Nicholas Cronwall, and the kids getting autographs and just playing an old-fashioned game of shinny. Drop the puck and play. Doesn't get any better than that. I remember being that age and staying out all day and coming home with blue jeans that were frozen solid from the bottom right up to the knee, and boy, oh boy.
And your parents didn't have to worry about it.
No, they didn't. They figured, where is he? Oh, they're down at the park playing hockey. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Those were good days. For every game that we played under a roof, we probably played more than 100 outdoors.
And it was all really, and the best part was you learned your skills because it was just unstructured.
That's right.
You learned how to stick handle through 20 kids.
It was.
You didn't worry about it.
It was just shinny, as they say.
There was.
East-West game.
And then there inevitably would be one kid who would put their tongue on that pole of the
I did
net.
that. I did that. They had to call whatever.
I believe it.
Honest to God, I thought, no, this could work. I was up the corner of the street. I'll never forget it. And I couldn't believe it when it wouldn't come off.
And who actually enticed you to do? One of your best friends probably
I don't
said,
know.
Go ahead. It won't hurt. Oh, yeah, this
I
is
don't
fun.
remember.
Oh.
I don't remember who. I think I did it on my own. I didn't need anybody something foolish like that.
Oh.
But thinking, hey,
Okay.
what's ridiculous?
I witnessed it, but I can't say
God.
I did it.
It hurt.
Bet it
It
worked.
was one of them steel posts that had the street signs or whatever they are, the stop sign or whatever. Holy
You didn't do it on the post of a net. You went to some random street
it was
sign.
just-
And
yeah,
really?
it was crazy. But
Too bad that didn't say stop. The stop sign, maybe you wouldn't have done it. Here's Brendan Smith with a shot at a skate.
I'm not sure what they used. They probably used some alcohol or something to get it off.
Well, that would be fitting.
Yeah, it would. We're only 10 or 12. Nothing wrong with a good hot toddy on a cold winter night. Oh, boy. But yeah, I remember I took a layer of skin right off of my tongue. That was not fun.
So all you kids at home, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I'm not sure why you'd want to.
Either. The thrill.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not. Here's Perry. Perry had the puck come right back to him. Getzlaf open in front now and behind the net to get it.
I don't understand what made you think about that and talk about it to begin with.
Well, just outdoors. Because in the old days, you didn't have the goal nets.
Well, you used to chew ice. You always chewed ice. Remember that? And it would stick to your tongue and your lip sometimes until you melted it.
Coleman kept chewing ice.
Yeah, he did. Scotty, you mean?
Yeah.
That was his stick boy in 1964. And he used to pay me $2 and a new wooden hockey stick every Thursday night for being the stick boy. One time I got mad at him. My mother said, "Don't you forget, Scotty Bowman was very good to you. And he gave you a chenille dress and a jacket, too, for the Peterborough Peaks." That was good stuff. Brought it right to the house. That was Scotty way back in those days.
Kindle for Smith, intercepted. Cogliano dropped it back. Good save by Mrazek there. Off Jakob Silfverberg. Kindle. Puck's knocked down at center, and Silfverberg recovers. A broken right hand. Healed enough that he could return to the lineup tonight for Anaheim. Nick Bonino. Mrazek shot it up the left wing side. Bertuzzi stayed with it. Knocked out of the air for Sheahan. Got checked.
Look at that back check.
Yeah, that was Kyle Palmieri. Well, Palmieri hasn't scored in 17, so you better get the coach to notice you some other way. Fired toward Mrazek from Lindholm, and the Red Wing netminder able to hold on to that. We're back in a moment. Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit.
Miller time brings you our Miller moment, and we'll go with the young man, Jurco. His first goal in the National Hockey League. Beautiful play from Miller and a nice move on the goaltender, Jonas Hiller. That came at 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It's been really the only highlight the Red Wings have had all night. But that's our Miller Lite moment for young Jurco. And way to go, kid, to get your first. And Thomas Jurco. He might score quite a few in the NHL from his portfolio coming in. He's getting a chance because of all the injuries. But that's all she wrote for Detroit offensively. 5-1 Anaheim, 7:30 to go in the third period.
Anderson, Tatar and Miller, Kindle and Lashoff. Allen able to move it. Getzlaf's got it at center. Orsolani knocked down by Tatar, but Getzlaf carries on. Puck didn't get out of the zone. Centering one. Drew Miller on the left wing. Played it back, but intercepted by Getzlaf as Miller went for Tatar. Getzlaf turns inside the line, looks for Solani, but he was covered. There's a hard shot in the leg. And again, the Red Wings having trouble connecting. Fowler back for Ben Lovejoy. Getzlaf for Dustin Penner. Penner, who won a cup with Anaheim and on to Edmonton with an offer sheet, on to Los Angeles where he won a cup. Penner's having quite a year with 10 goals already. Penner scored only 11 goals in 117 games with Los Angeles, and he's got 10 goals and 24 points this year in his return to the Ducks. Datsyuk back in front, scooped by Hiller. We'll step out for a moment. 5:58 to go in the third period.
For the third to go, so let's get back to Ken and Mick for the final minutes. Guys,
there's the former Wolverine, former first-round pick of Edmonton in 2005 and consecutive games leader. Andrew Cogliano among active players, the third most consecutive games. Ice Time is brought to you by Motor City Casino Hotel. And Cogliano has 3 assists tonight, so he's been red hot lately. That'll give Cogliano 7 points the past 5 games. And he has the puck now, backhands it ahead, but Eves got in its path. Tipped out of play by Cleary, so the puck will come back to center ice area.
All right, Kenny, high-speed shot of the game brought to you by Charter Internet, and it's going to be Corey Perry. Made it 3-1. Nice shot. Although Jonas Gustafsson didn't have that far side covered, didn't get far enough out of his net. And the guy that can score goals like Perry is going to take advantage of that, and he did. Our Charter high-speed shot of the game.
22nd goal this season for him, and his 9th is past 11 games. Edmonton coming off a win Sunday, or Anaheim coming off a win over Edmonton at home on Sunday, so they traveled here after that game. It was 2-2 late with the Oilers before Penner had the game winner against his former team. Chance for Palmieri to the net, and a save by Mrazek. Flash off right there, top of his own netminder. Cronwall for Eves, just slaps it down the ice, and a bouncing puck. Hiller will come out and play it. Bertuzzi able to keep it in. And Palmieri just tipped it off the boards and back to center. Cronwall for Samuelson. Hiller gave it right back inadvertently to Samuelson, to the line for Brendan Smith. Brian Allen knocks it down. Matthew Perreault couldn't get out. It went off Samuelson's stick, so circling back, giving it to Smith. Smith back in. Chopped at. Samuelson trying to get that puck away from Sammy Botnan. Comes for Allen. Long pass for Perreault, failed to collect, as Mrazek gives it back for Jonathan Ericsson. He gave it away to Perreault in front of the net, and tipped before Bolesky could get a shot. Smith for Ericsson. Stretch pass for Miller just out of his reach. It was Miller who set up Yurko nicely for his first goal. Miller with it. Francois Beauchemin goes to Perry. Perry into the Red Wing zone for Dustin Penner. Back in 07 when they won the Cup, this was their kid line.
No kidding. Boy, they've played the heck out of these two guys, and with Penner as well, for good reason.
And they really wanted Penner back the last few years for his relationship with the team.
Well, he never really got it going anywhere else after he left here.
You couldn't blame him for leaving.
No, he had the great offer from Edmonton, the unrestricted
As much as
stuff, but
Kevin Lowe and Brian Burke battled over that one.
right.
Yurko pulled it back in. Nice little pass back for Smith. Waited a fraction of a second too long, and the puck deflects off a stick out of play. Well, celebrate hockey this holiday season with the Red Wings' new Pick 4 pack. Choose 4 great games from a pre-selected list and enjoy benefits like playoff priority. Plus, you'll get a free ticket to see Michigan State here at the Joe on Thursday, January 23rd. Go to DetroitRedWings.com now for tickets. Allen. And Botman for Silverberg. And I really like this back of Silverberg as much as Ottawa has been very happy the way Bobby Ryan has played. Feel that could work out very well for both teams. Probably already has, the way the Ducks are going without Ryan. Cleary with a chance, scores! Makes it 5-2.
Well, it won't make any difference in the outcome of the game, but it's really important for Dan Cleary, that's for sure. He's struggling to find the back of the net, and that may help him going forward. And it's in these kinds of games usually that this kind of stuff happens, whether you're up 5-1 or down 5-1. You try to take advantage of a situation where people are somewhat relaxed in the game because the outcome is pretty much determined. And Dan Cleary, if he gets credit for it, it looks like he will. He got his third, and Tom Rennie saying, well, you know, that's a start. It's a start. Feel good about it. Hasn't been a great night, but that may be something to feed off and build on.
Getzlaf
the third period. Cleary from Glendon,
18:02, the time of the goal. Cleary's third. Luke Glendening getting the assist. To the point. Shot just wide of the goal from Lashoff. On there, he will shoot it in. Lashoff waits for his mates to complete the change. Brought through center by Tatar. With Anderson and Miller. Malcolm Anderson gets checked. Tatar able to get it again. Back for Anderson. His pass intended for Tatar, grabbed by Teemu Selanne. Matt Valeska. Mrazek cleared around, but right to Selanne. Into the slot, he gave it away to Eriksson. In the midst of a change, Eriksson for Bertuzzi. They'll shoot it. And grabbed by Hiller with 32 2/10 to go in the third period.
Join us again Thursday when the Red Wings welcome the Calgary Flames. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock with Red Wings Live. That's Red Wings versus Flames Thursday at 7 p.m. here on Fox Sports Detroit.
Calgary with 31 points on the season. And in that West, they can forget the playoffs. But Brian Burke in charge there now.
Yeah. Number 8 just went to the bench. It may be his last shift ever in Joe Louis Arena. What a great hockey player. What a great ambassador for the game. He's a rock star over in Finland. And the game will miss him if indeed it goes down that it's his last year. He's a wonderful individual. Great guy. And a marvelous hockey player that provided a lot of thrills for hockey fans for the last 22 years.
First ballot Hall of Famer. We'll see him again go in Anaheim on January 12th. And the Red Wings will maybe remember this night then. But until then, they meet Teemu Selanne again, put this one behind him and regroup and get set for the Calgary Flames. The team they will not want to take lightly for Thursday night as Anaheim wins here by 3, out shooting Detroit 30-18.
Well, it's last piece of business to do. The Big Boy play of the game brought to you by Big Boy. And it will be the Nick Bonino goal, which ends up being now the tying goal with that Cleary goal. But those two goals came 1 minute and 49 seconds apart. Right after Detroit had scored, they scored 25 seconds later by Silverberg, and then Bonino on this one. No coverage in front. That was talked about, I'm sure, in the Detroit dressing room. Bonino with his 10th, and that is our Big Boy play of the game.
The final 5-2. Let's send it to the studio and Trevor.